The La Caridad Farm Strategic Action Plan identifies key goals, objectives, and strategies that will result in another improvements and success for the next 5 years. And to strengthen tourism site and agriculture farm, land of La Caridad Farm, extensive outreach to stakeholders throughout the organization provided essential input in the identification of priority issues and goals. The SWOT and pestle analysis was conducted by our beloved members to identify priority farmland for preservation, improvements, and future success of La Caridad Farm. La Caridad will approach neighborhood businesses to offer wholesale pricing so that it may procure crops, veggies, and make local produce available on the menus. Additionally, it is a farm that is ideal for farmers who want to study and imitate the practices of a role model farmer like Benjamin D. Gerona. La Caridad Farm will target so good locals and tourists. Additionally, they will target customers of nearby farmers markets as well as neighborhood eateries to provide wholesale rates too, offering competitive advantages like a kind, knowledgeable, and highly skilled team of farmers that share the same commitment to sustainability and the environment as its consumers will enable La Caridad Farm to succeed.
La Caridad Farm is an agritourism destination located in Sugod, Southern Leyte. They offer food, accommodation, venue for events, and pictorias as well. This tourist spot is perfect because they will let visitors stay for the whole day after paying the entrance fee. La Caridad Farm is owned and managed by Benjamin de Gerona Jr. Unfortunately, their organizational structure was destroyed by Super Typhoon Odette last 2021. However, we asked their staff about it and they said that they will make it soon. The staff also refuses to provide information about the organizational structure, so we couldn't provide the names of their staffs and officials. On the 2-hectare rice land are green vegetables and fish ponds of tilapia, carp, grouper fishes, and giant prawns. Ornamental plants also beautify the scene with a few livestock animals such as carabaos and goats nibbling the grasses nearby. Amid the flowers and hanging ornamental plants, June, as he is fondly called, also raised high-value vegetables such as tomatoes, ampalaya, and other fruits such as pineapples and papayas. La Caridad Farm is considered as a model farm or demo farm. The latest recognition is that it is now considered as one of the schools for practical agriculture of the Agricultural Training Institute and considered as an agro-ecotourism spot for tourists, students, and interested groups and individuals. Sir Gerona developed his once plain rice field into the diversified farm paradise through the help of Municipal Agriculture Office in Sugod, who advised him to use improvised rice seeds through certified and hybrid seeds. The Visayas State University, Southern Leyte State University, and the Visayas Consortium for Agriculture and Resources program also helped his prone aquaculture farming. Mr. Gerona is an exemplary farmer noted by the Department of Agriculture and other government agencies as outstanding farmer in Region 8 and has been recognized as most outstanding farmer. Rice-based integrated farming system by the local government of Sugod, Southern Leyte. Most Outstanding Farmer in Diversified Farming, Ugmad Awardee 2007 of VSU, Gawad Saka Awardee of the Department of Agriculture, and Magsasakang Scientista of VCARP. La Caridad Farm may soon become a perfect place for special occasions like weddings and reunions, but for now, it is perfect for farmers who want to learn and copy the works of a model farmer in the likes of Benjamin D. Gerona.
Mission. La Caridad Herona's farm mission is to provide our local community with fresh, healthy, and sustainably grown produce. We strive to use natural farming methods to preserve the integrity of the land and ensure our production provides the highest quality. We are committed to creating a safe and welcoming environment for our staff and customers, as well as promoting food security and access for all. And our vision, La Caridad Gerona's farm aims to be a leader in sustainable agriculture, providing healthy and high-quality food while preserving the land for generations to come. We believe in utilizing modern technology and innovate to cultivate natural resources while maintaining our traditional values. Our goal is to create a self-sustaining, vibrant agriculture community that supports local economies and provides equitable opportunities for all.
A SWOT analysis guides us to identify our organization's strengths and weaknesses, as well as broader opportunities and threats. Developing a fuller awareness of the situation helps with both strategic planning and decision making. These are the following strengths and weaknesses of La Caridad Farm. First, La Caridad Farm transports us to complete eco-village filled with plants, animals, flowers, and other natural elements that can help us unwind both physically and mentally. Second, the fact that they provide farm-to-table meals, which are healthier than those at other restaurants because they are all natural and unadulterated by chemicals, gives them an added advantage over other outdoor attractions. Additionally, they are assisting their local farmers, so they won't face off against imported, middleman produced agricultural products. Land area is one of the most significant assets and resources of La Caridad Farm because it includes fertile soil that produces abundant crop yields and is suitable for growing trees and flowers. The area is also very accessible, making it a good location for a tourist attraction. Additionally, they have their own water resources, which are good for farming and animal husbandry. Lastly, they cultivate a love and appreciation for nature in visitors. This is because they allow visitors to stay longer, learn more about the environment, and is guaranteed to make them feel comfortable and relaxed. Let's move on to the weaknesses of La Caridad Farm. First, land reform implementation, as it's the first and most important step toward increasing output. Land reform is carried out by machines, tractors, and implements. Working on the field is simple, which means increasing productivity is simple. Land reform is the most effective way to boost output, taking good care of the farm's pets and maintaining a clean environment in order to have breathable air in the area. Second, La Caridad Farm is a nice place and fun place to visit. However, the food service is a bit problematic because it involved time consuming just to prepare the foods that had been ordered by a customer, and it is something to be addressed of. And the farm is located far from the highway. There is also lack of transportation from the farm area, and in some days in La Caridad became obsolete, particularly in terms of trends. Lastly, there is personnel shortage in some areas of La Caridad Farm. The next one is La Caridad Farm is vulnerable for criticism since all related industry about food service and farming at the same time has a lot to consider. There are some visitors has a short patience, therefore they can't be able to sweep away for that feelings. The good thing is that there are some sightseeing activities that can be a sort of compensation while waiting the food service.
La Caridad Gerona's farm has the potential to benefit from both opportunities and threats. Some of the key opportunities include the promoting safe and healthy farming, the sustainable use of resources, strengthening the culture, building up soil fertility, strengthening the rural community, employment opportunities, huge regional export market, ecotourism development, and eco-friendly approach. The main threats to the farm include the poverty, where a major contributor to vulnerability. Poor people are more likely to live and work in areas exposed to the potential hazards, while they are less likely to have the resources to cope with a disaster strikes. The external roadblocks exist that blocks progress are the poor weather conditions, the limited transportation in the area, the animal viruses, the natural disasters destroying the on-site facilities, and in terms of competitors, it may change because economies tend to have a higher amount of economic activity and employment concentrated, and the economic condition may affect the financial viability. And it is important for La Caridad Heronas Farm to take advantage of the available opportunities and minimize the potential threats to ensure long-term success.
So these are our pastel analysis in La Caridad Farm. In political, following the government pandemic policies, wear face mask, having a social distancing, logbook, and bring your vaccination card because it's important. Tax policy, tax rates and incentive, mandatory employee benefits, souvenir and foods price control. Environmental law includes clean fresh air, ecological solid waste management, clean water, environmental awareness, and education. So in economic, there is the demand or market for foods and on-farm vegetation. Consumer confidence is moderate. Income generation targets for sightseeing and animal physical interactions. A family-oriented customer-based. Affordable entrance fees and regular rates of labor cost for employees. So, in social, treat them with respect and high regard, especially to their guest and customer who visits in the La Caridad Farm. Age distribution. As we know, their customer is most likely teenager and young people visits the farm. So population growth rate. As we visit, the area is not crowded and only few people visit in the farm. Environmental consciousness of visitors in La Caridad Farm. La Caridad Farm is a model farm or demo farm, and this kind of farm is becoming popular for individuals. Farmers being interested in organic farming and aquaculture farming. Ecotourism destination is popular for tourists, schools, and interested groups. This post-pandemic, and La Caridad Farm has been recognized for that and had been awarded by the local government of Sugod Southern Leyte. Locals are highly interested in engagement of food and on-farm vegetation.
Technology, accelerated acquisition of technological capabilities to improve agricultural capability, continuous technical advancement. The growing numbers of social media users may provide an excellent chance for La Caridad Gerona's farm to advertise its product within the farm. As smartphone sales have expanded, more individuals can use the delivery service to receive their farm supplies. This advancement device and precaution agriculture and robotic system allows business to be more profitable, efficient, safer, and more environmentally friendly. Institute for Farm Machining, Training, and Testing. La Caridad can boast automation and advancement in service sector. Delivery by utilizing technologies, internet-connected sensor could help farmers track soil composition, crop growth process, weather effect, and the presence of disease, allowing farmers to react swiftly to problems such as a lack of water or nutrient deficiencies. Environmental. The weather in La Caridad Farm is suitable for both sunny and rainy days because it has a station to rest on after exploring the farm. La Caridad Farm has rules and regulations that must be followed in order to reduce pollution in the air.
that controls on air and water pollution, because it is expected that materials that animals will produce waste. They provide a safe and clean eco-friendly equipment that may help to reduce air and water pollution caused by animal waste. In terms of food and drinks, they accept dining customers. They can guarantee that the food they serve is delicious and reasonably priced. In La Caridad Farm, we all know that they have many competitors in terms of tourist spots here in southern Leyte. But their advantages, they offer unique and they are creating trends and expectation from their customers. They also provide evidence to suggest that their tourist spot has a strong sense of local community, and it is a very vital part of a destination competitive advantage. Legal. La Caridad was registered by the BIR and DNR, which can help the farm protected and safe, especially to the guest. In order to contribute to the community safety and educational rule that the visitor can abide by, the management complies with all applicable laws and regulation of the government. The farm also offers the highest service and a secure environment in accordance with the Philippines sanitation law.
Let's go to economic. There's two goals in economic. Goal number 1, promoting the health facility of La Caridad. Goal number 2, ensuring social development of La Caridad Farm. Let's go to objectives. Objective 1, to promote the facility in the economy. When the tourists are encouraged to visit the farm, the state ensure a good health facility. Objective number 2, to collaboration with local government agencies, LGUs, private sector organizations, and academics involved in quality agricultural services. Objective number 3, to establish in developing rural lifestyle, tribal life, and culture. Targets. Target number 1, we are determined to mobilize the means required to implement based on a spirit of strengthened global solidarity, focused in particular on the needs of the poorest and the most vulnerable, and with the participation of all stakeholders and all people. Target number 2, we are determined to ensure that all visitors in La Caridad Farm can enjoy the prosperous and fulfilling lives and economic, social, and technological progress occurs in harmony with nature. Target number 3, people, we are determined to help local people in all their forms and dimensions, and to ensure that all human beings can fulfill their potential in dignity and equality and in a healthy environment, as well as a La Caridad Farm is. Target number 4, to retain the health facilities in good condition and guarantee the farm's security to visitors. The farm should always be able to access the healthcare agencies, especially to the government health agencies. Target number 5, La Caridad guarantees that there are readily available emergency facilities and a first aid kit, providing the guests with safety and protection from the management. And for the success indicators, success indicator number 1, educational levels. It matters for the educational backgrounds for your employees of if they're qualified enough to be part of the business. Number 2, employment rates. Basically, salary do matters, and together with the working years experience too. Third one is corruption. Wanting to have a successful business, be mindful and wise to be generated with the proper ruling of the business. Number 4, educating visitors about health and ensure a safe surroundings to give the tourist a satisfaction while they visit. And lastly, having a comfortable and secure environment.
Let's now proceed to the goals of social. The first goal is to increase the number of visitors in La Caridad Farm, and the second to increase the visitor expenditure in La Caridad Farm. So the objectives, the first one is to become the most popular attraction in Sugod, Southern Leyte. The second one is to employ community service and locality of La Caridad Farm. The third is to develop a self-guided tour book, guidebook in La Caridad Farm and educates them about agricultural resources. The fourth is improve the tourist appeal and retail experience. The fifth is to increase online presence. Sixth is to provide visitor tours at farms and or to sell their products to visitors. So let's proceed to the targets. The first one is promoting the farm by the use of social media. Second is beneficial information and knowledge about certain location in La Caridad Farm by providing through tour guidebooks. The third is provide 5-star first impressions. The fourth is ensure visitors have something active to do. The fifth is ensuring to increase the amount of sales of variety of products and services in La Caridad Farm. Then let's proceed to the success indicators. So the first success indicator is more visitors, more income. The second is well delivered of agritourism services to their agritourism experience. The third is there will be customer satisfaction. The fourth is increase in visitor satisfaction rating.
And I will be discussing the environmental goals, objectives, targets, and success indicators. The environmental goals is first, increase sustainability of La Caridad Gerona's farm by reducing the environmental impact of operations through enhanced conservation and resource management practices. The second one is enhanced quality of life for farm families and communities. And the last one is promote environmental stewardships. The environmental objectives is first, reduce water, soil, and air pollution caused by on-site agricultural activities. Second is improve soil health by implementing sustainable farming practices and utilizing cover crops. And the third one is increased efficient use of energy and resources through the adoption of renewable energy resources and process optimization. Fourth is increased biodiversity and habitat conservation efforts through the introduction and maintenance of native species of plants, animals, and insects. And the last one is ensure resilient agricultural techniques that boost productivity and production and support the preservation of ecosystems, as well as sustainable food production systems. The environmental targets are reduce the environmental impact of operations at La Caridad Gerona's farm by 20% within 4 years. The second is ensure resilient agricultural techniques that boost productivity and production and support the preservation of ecosystems as well as sustainable food production systems. And the last one is progressively increase the quality of the land and soil while strengthening the capacity of adaptation to climate change, extreme weather, drought, flooding, and other calamities. The environmental success indicators is first, reduction in levels of water, soil, and air pollutants according to monitoring data. Second, increase in soil quality as indicated by better performance of crops and improved soil health analysis. Third is reduction in energy and resource consumption such as water, fertilizer, and pesticides. And the last one is increase in natural habitat areas as indicated by presence and abundance of native species of plants, animals, and insects. And that's all.